Hey, good morning. It's April Fool's Day, 1st of April, 2022. Um, Gonna kick back up a couple of things this morning. Just finished my walk. Um, I feel like being profound, not being profound. Just I'm gonna concentrate on just trying to help men that are younger than I am get where they want to go. Um, and one of the first things I went over a while ago that I'll go over briefly is you can work hard your entire life. You can just bust your ass, work as hard as you can for your employer, for yourself, whatever else. But if you don't have a plan or a set of plans, which I recommend at least four plans, if not, the minimum is three. Without those plans, you're not going to have goals and you're not going to have checkpoints along the way to see if you're getting where you're supposed to be going. Without those, you can bust your ass and never get anywhere. Um, the other thing is, there are a lot of people who are very frustrated, a lot of young men who get very frustrated with the way the world is. Um, the world is not a fucking Disney movie. And if you think it is, you're going to be in for some hard reality checks. It is as important as a man to be realistic about who you are, what you want to become, and how to get there than it is to worry about the war in the Ukraine, worry about geopolitical events that you have no control over. And you have to be able to deal with being manipulated on a daily basis. And that's probably one of the things that is the most frustrating because they tell us as men what success is defined by. And that's by making lots of money, having all the girls, having all the plush lifestyle, the luxury lifestyle, all that kind of stuff. And that's not attainable by a very, very few percentage of men. And I never even came close to it. But I have a very, very, very good life. Um, you can't get where you want to go without a plan. And yes, you can work your life away and still end up with nothing. So, last one is don't try to change the world. Let the world burn. You can't do anything about some of the things in your life. The system is rigged against you. So, unless you want to use what is called an ostrich defense, you know, an ostrich, the big bird, if it feels threatened, I think it digs a hole and it sticks its head in the hole and pretends that nothing's happening. It's like, this isn't happening, this isn't happening. And no one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Men are considered disposable, and that's just the way it is. So let's get on with some of the positive things. Some of the positive things you can do is, at a minimum, have three good plans. And your first plan should always be, when do I want to retire? When do I want to get out of the rat race? Okay? I picked age 50 and I got out a few years before that. Somewhere around there. And you want to retire with your ability to physically and mentally still enjoy your life. You don't want your body so busted up that you can't enjoy your retirement. That's almost like a long decline. So the earlier you can get out, you should get out. All right? The second plan you need is your career field plan. And if you should study anything, you should study what career fields pay off with long term benefits. I have many friends who were what they call uber rich until they got sick. And unfortunately, it cost them their entire fortune to save their life. And now they're working as bartenders and what do you call those people? Waiters and they're just they didn't they never thought their money wouldn't be there. So what I'm talking about a state job, a city job, a federal job, something with a pension and a retirement plan. All right? But my wife has a uncle. His name is Billy. He's a bartender. And lives day to day, check to check, week to week, and God forbid what happens to him and his entire life when he gets sick. And you know what? You just can't change people's mind. You can't help everybody. You can't do anything for anybody if they don't want help. So don't fucking waste your time doing that stuff. It'll only bring on more grief. You'll be like, my God. Anyways, your first plan is, when do I want to retire? Your second plan is picking out a career field to get you where you need to go. All right? The I would say trades, and especially infrastructure, uh, welding, carpentry, plumbing, HVAC. The guys that work on the roads, the guys that work in the parks, park rangers, law enforcement officers, firefighters, people that look. You need to get into a career field that produces something, that fixes something, that makes something better. If you're just pulling a lever, you can be easily replaced. There should be some career progression. You should be able to become a master or a professional or some sort of certification in your field. Uh, the third and final plan for most people is benchmarks, checkpoints. It should be when you first start out, it should be your first 6 months, then a year, then maybe a year and a half, then maybe 3 years. That's where you check in. You give yourself a checkup. You're like, all right, this is what I picked out. Am I getting to where I want to go? Am I getting where I need to go? Do I have the right certifications? Do I need to go back and do another apprentice program to become like, if you're doing concrete and you need to be able to lay foundations and not just lay bricks? If you're in carpentry, do you need another apprenticeship where you can become a master at that? How about an electrician? Same things. Avionic mechanics make, anyway, I won't go off in the weeds. Same thing with the police department. If you want to get promoted in the fire department, in a government agency, there are certain checkpoints. Jeez, give me a break. Give me a break. Hey, give me a break. It's obviously mating season. So there are things along the way that if you don't stop every once in a while and go, if you just got your head down and you're grinding away and you never pick your head up and you go, well, yeah, I need to go over this way a little bit more, or I need to go a little bit over this way a little bit more. Those are things you need to do. And don't worry about anybody else's success. And you have to keep your mouth shut about the money you make. That should be just you and your attorney. We'll get into legal aspects, T&E attorneys, and all the rest of that stuff. Lastly, by closing this up, I'm not selling anything. I don't need your money. I don't want anything from you. I'm not going to take anything from you. I don't need you to join or sign up or hit a like button. I don't care about any of that stuff. All I want to do is have some of you guys not run into the same roadblocks that I did. And I ran face first into them. All right? Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. If you can't, take care of yourself. Like a fart in a G-string, April Fools. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.